Hello everyone, and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC but do everything DIY. And today we have a service call for a water-cooled heat pump that is way up in the ceiling. Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumperman Tech. This must be our thermostat, set to 66 and cooling, but it's 79 in the space. This is for a package room located in the lobby. Let's see what's going on. This unit is way up in the ceiling. This is a 12-foot ladder. Let's see. I see the water lines going to it right there. So that's definitely a water-cooled system. You can see the valves are open. We got this big drain in the way. I gotta get into this cover. I might need to go like around it. Let's see what's going on. I hear the fan running. That's about it. We are definitely up here. Got my meter, my light. We just worked in a telecom room and this looks like the same exact unit. As far as controls, maybe BTU size is a little different. But one thing I found in here was our wiring diagram. Last time I was looking on the phone and you can see it says Johnson FX10. So I was looking at the right board last time. Let's see what's going on here. Really don't like the angle here, but we got this pallet of wood and we had to move that out the way where I set up this ladder. Oh, super uncomfortable. Let's check volts. Might need to do this one-handed. It's like, cause I'm inside this drop ceiling and it's kind of in my way, and then these pipes are in my way. I don't know if you guys can even see. Let's check between R and C. Let's make sure we have 24 volts. Oh, this is sketchy. As you guys can see, we got 23.6 volts. Okay, doing this one-handed. So we're gonna check between R, which is our power wire, and let's see, and Y1. There's two stages of cooling here, it looks like. And it's closed, so it's calling for cooling. What happened here? Last time, let's turn off this power switch. Okay, turn off the power. And let's see. We can at least get the gauges on this one. We're gonna open up this, oh, the thing is halfway open. We're gonna open up this panel and check with our probe. Let's check the standing pressure and let's check to see what happens. Hopefully this thing starts and gives us a clue. Might need a reset, a hard reset. But let's go ahead and check. Also, it's hard to see, but there's no filter in there. That can't be good. They don't do maintenance here. So you always gotta take that into consideration. So maybe I set up here and change that, and excuse me, check that. All right, drill with the 5/16. Okay, let's see what's going on. Maybe I can see something, at least in this one. And this is where we got car fuse bandit. This is the building. Christian, let's take that down. All right. That pressure control is wired this time. Let's see, can I get to anything? Let's see. Very, very tight space considering what's going on over here. These two black wires, this is our high pressure switch. Okay, and then our low pressure is actually here. Here we can see the two blue wires are low pressure, and the fitting is right here. This is absolutely horrendous. Look where I'm at. My back of my legs is straight over there. Man, it's a difficult spot to even get the probes in. All right, so I barely got that low pressure probe in there. It's really difficult. Got a normal standing pressure for R410A. We have 217, 218 PSIG. Let's see what's going on. All right, so I adjusted my ladder. Let's put that there. Let's turn this power back on. Let's watch the pressures and see what happens. Did this thing trip on? Or will it even start at all? We'll see. We'll keep an eye on these pressures. I have the fan in auto right now. So the fan started and I heard the actuator. I heard the water actually open. Over there, you guys can see there's like a blue actuator right there. It definitely opened. I heard the water pass through. And let's hope this thing starts. Compressor just started. This is refrigerant 410A. Back pressure started a bit low, but it's coming back up. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's coming down. That's weird. Back pressure is kind of bugging out. I was about to say I think it's low. Let's give this a few minutes. Hopefully this thing doesn't trip. And let's see what's going on. Back high pressure, the head pressure is actually not that high. So we gotta be moving some water. The back pressure right now is looking normal. Let's give this a few minutes and see what's going on. Why did this thing trip? We're actually doing a test with the fire panel right now, and I'm wondering, why is our fan running? Look at that fan. This is anytime you see a thick red cable like this coming, this is from the fire panel. And look where that goes. Nowhere. Everything's bypassed and hacked in this building. If there's a fire in the building, basically it's gonna trip a relay and turn off our fan. If there was a fire right now, they're doing a test. What's the point? This fan is running. It's not doing its thing. Unbelievable. Looking at this diagram here right now, but real quick, we got good temperature, pressures. No reason for this to shut down, but I have noticed that that area is ridiculously freezing every time I pass through. And they set the thermostat close to 60 degrees, which it honestly might never reach. So this thing's been running for months and months and months and months. And I'll take a picture, but up here we have white and a white and blue wire, number 62, and it says FD. And what FD is, if we look on the legend, it says freeze protection. It might just run forever, and at some point it gets so cold, it might actually shut you down and lock you out. So that's the only thing that I could truly think of. Also, there's no filter in there. It definitely needs a filter. I want to take an inspection in there and see if like the coil is dirty, but this is the best I can get. This is the best setup I can with all of this in the way. And all this red stuff was here. We had to move this pallet out the way so we could even put our ladder there, and it's still a little bit difficult to get to because I'm like offset from the unit. But anyways, let's let this run. Let's see what's going on. We will do the maintenance on here, like pull the strainer and stuff like that, and take a look at the evaporator coil, try to get us, you know, a filter. But I have a feeling that the freeze protection could have shut us down. Also, potentially we need to take a look at also up here next, above freeze protection, is your brown wire 60 and 61 and CO. And CO is the condensate overflow sensor, so that might be something maybe you might want to look into as to why this thing tripped. Maybe after a while it runs and maybe the drain is clogged, because once again nobody does maintenance and it could have tripped. So yeah, let's do the maintenance on here. Let's pull the strainer so we good on head pressure. Even though our head pressure is okay, it's important to do that. Also, let's put in a filter. Let's see if the coil's dirty, might need to clean it. And also the next important thing is, well, I don't want to know the things, is that needs to be wired, that fan relay from the fire panel. And once again, we should blow out our condensate pan. Yeah, we should clear the drain, make sure that thing is clear. We can take off the cover, take a look in there, see if the pan is full, and we can test the water on there. That could shut you down as well.
All agents are still busy. To leave a voicemail message, press 1. Or stay on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received.
All right, I called Johnson Controls technical support. I'm on hold right now. Christian's out there. Let's close the water valves. 2 valves up top. Close that, and then we can drain. We're gonna pull the strainer on here. All right, Christian closed the valves, and we are now draining the remaining water in the system.
All agents are still busy.
All right, clean the strainer. It was actually pretty clean. It didn't indicate any issues with pressure as far as our digital gauges, but if we're doing the maintenance, let's do the full maintenance. So right now, got the system back on, and we're just keeping an eye on it to make sure that there's no leaks. All right, got the cover off here. The strainer is nice and clean, water is good. There's our coil underneath. That black piece is our condensate pan. I'm just wondering, don't really feel much. I feel a little bit of water here, but that's fine. I don't see any water stains. Then again, this thing has been off for a while. One thing that I would think also that can shut this down is if it's been running for a long time and the drain just backflowed. Look where I'm at. To see Christian down there to get an idea of how tall this is actually right now. Hold on, let me try to get my thing here. I'm trying to hold on. Anyways, if you look straight down there, we have our copper right there. We have a trap, and that's our drain line. So while we're here, let's try to clear the drain with some nitro. See that staining right here? It's because this stuff is cold. Oh, you see the insulation's here, but not here. This drain line needs to be insulated. That thing has really cold water coming down, and it's sweating, and that's why you see water stains all over here. And oh, it shows on the outside of here, and some water is ending up in this light. Anyways, there's actually a little plug here, 3/4 plug. I'm wondering if I pull that, I can test water coming down the drain. Make sure we're clear, or honestly, let's see, we could even put a hose into this vent and just push this thing out with nitro and you're good to go. I got a nitro tank here with our manifold, just connecting our middle hose here. Then from the high side hose, I connected that and the low hose together because I got this 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch fitting. Christian, when I tell you to hit it, you're gonna open up the high side valve, okay?
Gotcha.
So I used a special fitting. I connected the hoses together there. I'm gonna just hold this and I put this into the T. I'm gonna cover it with my arm. All right, hit it. Stop, stop, stop. What's up with this? Is this thing not draining correctly? There's water coming through here. Hit it one more time. You see that? All right, stop, stop, stop. Unless we made it spill out. Either way, that probably shouldn't be. Now what I would do is pour water down the drain and make sure that drain pan clears so we know we're good. That's how we would test that. But yeah, oh, actually there is a filter in here, not on the other, not in the end, and it's the wrong one. It should be a by 2, not by 1. Let's push that down, and that's gonna be the last thing. And after we test the drain, inspect the coil, make sure it's clean, pressure seem normal, because a blocked evaporator coil, either with a dirty filter or a dirty coil, will give us low suction pressure. I see some sort of animal droppings in here. I don't know if a bird flew in here at some point, or they got rats in here, man. Anyways, I actually have seen the bird infestation in the parking garage, but right now we're gonna pour some water down that drain, make sure it drains, it's not backed up, and we're good to go as far as that. I always keep a big empty bottle. This is a liter of water, 50.7 fluid ounces is what it says. Let's pour this through inside there so we can test this thing and make sure it doesn't get backed up. So I'm pouring water down the pan. It's hot water. I'll probably feel that even through the drain. Let's see what happens. Pouring a lot of water down there. All right, Christian. Fill it up again.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll do this a few times and see what happens. All right, guys, let's pour in some more water. Honestly, the best place is to clear it like here from inside the unit where it hits the drain. It's just the way that they install that just really wasn't smart, man. The way that they built this, excuse me, it's really not smart because you can't get to it through there, and it just is what it is. So this is kind of their best bet right now. Just make sure this drains, and that's it. All right. I could kind of hear the unit trickling down, and I think they're good. We're just gonna test it one more time, pour another water bottle through there, and we should be good to go. All right, I got my light on the other side of the unit. Right now it says that the last filter change was on 6/25/24. That was just a few days ago, probably when this thing actually shut down. They changed the filters and they thought that's gonna be the problem. So we got some MERV 8 filters here. Here's the arrow. I'm gonna put it back, but they got the wrong filter in here. They got the wrong filter, and you know, you can't just shove any filters that you'd like through here. This is a 2-inch rack. Can't put 1-inch filters in here. But for now, it's probably better than nothing, so. And the height is wrong too. Jeez, man. We'll measure that out and get the correct filters in here. These are not gonna do, but they'll do for now. So look how they, oh man, what a mess. Anyways, it looked like nothing was even there, but at least they got something. But look at that, this thing is just flimsy here. It is what it is. At least they cleared this area out so we can get in there, even though my head is hitting all this stuff. Everything is in the way, man. They really didn't plan this out well. As far as right now, I can feel that actually this pan the level went all the way down, so it all fully drained. We're gonna be good over here. Got 2 brown wires here going somewhere into the pan. So there's definitely, these brown wires are for the float. All right, cool. Let's close this up and let's test this thing again. All right, guys. So I called technical support regarding this. Somebody left a comment that this is a water furnace unit. I called Johnson Controls, which I'll show you guys the cover. They had no information regarding this unit in the commercial section. You don't see fire cables when it comes to residential. He thought maybe it was on residential. He had no information. I mentioned water furnace and where it was made, and it is true, water furnace makes this unit. I called them up, so it's their unit, but they have a Johnson Controls FX10 board, and there was only one person there who knew about that board, so I was just bounced around. Anyways, so if we look at this diagram here, I want to show you guys a picture. Oh man, it's kind of blocking, but basically right here in this section, you're gonna see the ES. It's it's an open switch. So it's kind of tricky because what he told me is that in this section, so it's gonna be J9 block, right? The pink wire number 25, labeled as 54, goes into ES, and ES then goes to 1. So you would wire this according to that. I know there's ways I could have wired it myself. I could have just, you know, killed the 24 volts of the thermostat. I'll just wire it in series with the R wire, or for the fan itself, the G wire. All right, this unit just started. But I wanted to know, is there somewhere where they prefer, there's an ES, there's an emergency shutdown on this board, so you would wire it from 25, the pink wire, on block J9, and then put it in the, connected to, what is it, terminal 1 on PB2. I'm gonna show you guys a picture of that. But it's really tricky because in this section, there's 9 volts DC. And if we have AC voltage going through, what happened here? If we have AC voltage going through our system, there could be a problem. So you would have to put in a relay and use dry contacts to try to get that going. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, but anyways, you would have to wire in your own relay and use the dry contacts. And ES, when it's closed, it works the opposite of what you think. When ES is closed, that's when emergency shutdown is engaged. When it's open, the system actually runs. So it's a little tricky, but what happened here? This thing turned on and then off.
2,000 years later.
All right, guys, we're back up and running. We got good pressures and we got a good supply air temperature. I had to do something a little bit unfortunate to get this back up and running, because after I blew out the drain, it shut down. Also, you hear that noise? It's this metal is touching with this one. You see? You don't hear it no more? And skinned off is just, yeah. I'll put something in between there. But basically, it's very hard to do. It's so hard because they put this right here, so your face is like right against the control panel. You can't see anything, but right here, I had to put a jumper. I'll show you through the diagram for the condensate switch. So the condensate switch is wire number 60 and 61. Between over here on this side, 20 and 24. But you have a resistor between 25 and 23. What must have happened is after I blew out the drain, maybe the condensate switch got stuck, and basically it was shutting us down. Once I put a jumper between there on that resistor between 25 and 23, it's been on ever since, and it was shutting down in like what, less than 60 seconds. It's been running for more than 10 minutes now, so that was it. So, but either way, even though you blow out the drain, that thing shouldn't get stuck. That thing might have got stuck at some point, and that's it. That thing is done. So we need a new condensate overflow switch, and it is what it is. But I'm kind of glad that happened, because then we got to see what tripped this originally. It was probably that, because everything else was normal. So we're just gonna let it run for a little bit. But yeah, oh, what a crazy one. The whole water furnace thing and Johnson Controls, and you call them, but then they got their board, they don't know information on that. Oh man, it was a whole mess. But anyways, everything's looking good. I'm just gonna put, I see a pieces of insulation there. Honestly, I might just put that, look, I might just put that over there. As you can see, the metal is hitting against the metal. When I move it, it'll stop. And it's quiet. Put it back. So I want to put a little something in there to cushion it. Remove my tools from there. Also tell them we need to come back with the fire alarm, guys. Install this, and they actually have this in a few other main areas where it's basically never connected. So ES needs to be open, emergency shutdown needs to be open. The contacts actually need to be open to be good. When it closes, it actually shuts down this whole board and most likely shuts down everything. But everything is looking good, and it's not a hot day today, so our head pressure honestly is normal, and it matches up with other units that are water cooled here as far as the base units. And I'm glad that at least we're able to figure that out. That was absolutely awesome. And we definitely had some visitors here, if you know what I mean. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up here. What an interesting day. If anyone found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. Catch you all next time.